Hey everybody, I am so excited about tonight, and it's not because it's the end. It's because I feel like I'm just going to be able to talk about what I'm actually good at. And that is just kind of broad strokes about what is so great about going live on Facebook, why I love it, why I think I've been successful with it. And so let's go back and start at the very beginning. I'm Michelle Fox. Some of you may be just seeing me for the first time, but what this is all about is that I started a series to encourage other people that are in small businesses, direct sales like I am, to try Facebook Live. A lot of people, especially people my age that are not tech savvy, are a little bit intimidated by it. And we have sort of put it off, and we've waited through all of this COVID season thinking maybe this is going to end and I won't really need to do an online, aspect to my business. Well, it's not ended yet. And so I'm just here to say it's really not as hard as you think it is. And people want you to succeed. When people watch you go live, they just innately are cheering for you. And so this series has just been a very low key, low level introductory approach of how to go live on Facebook. And it's so funny, honestly, as I go through the different videos, the first video, pretty good. Second, third video, not that great. And it's really because I'm using these other technologies or these other platforms to teach about Facebook Live rather than doing this in Facebook Live. And there are reasons for it. I wanted to, start a YouTube presence, and it's kind of difficult to, talk. Well, anyway, I have my reasons, but so there's a part of me that I kind of feel like, oh, let's just, get rid of the videos that I feel like are kind of subpar. But I thought, no, because one thing that I've been stressing is that no one's really expecting perfection from you. And I think that so this is my humble pie. This is my way of saying, yeah. So even or obviously I also experienced that, and so you can see that it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? You come on, you do your best, and you offer what you can, and there you have it. So I'm Michelle Fox. I have been in the direct sales industry for over 20 years. I've been using Facebook Live fairly successfully for the last couple of years. And so a few weeks back, we started talking in very broad strokes about, what are some things that you need to keep in mind when you go live. And I did have a workbook available that very first week that if you don't have it, you can let me know and we can, I can send that to you. But the biggest thing that we talked about initially was the importance of lighting. And that, I think, honestly, if I had to narrow it down to one thing, it's that. Because when you are in, shadow and people are straining to see you, it's not a pleasant experience. And you don't want people to have to put forth effort to even be able to watch what you're trying to show them. So really try to make an effort to get adequate light. And like we talked about, it doesn't have to be expensive. We also talked about camera position, that we want it high and possibly even tilted down, that you'll look younger and thinner, and who doesn't want that, right? Always pay attention to your background. There are some very cost-effective ways to make sure that it's serene, simple, not distracting. And, mistakes happen, things happen, your cat will walk behind you or something will fall, and, it is what it is. But for the most part, you want to, check things out, make sure that it just looks pleasant. And once you have it established, then you're all set. You don't have to go back and do it over and over. So that's, like my setup is there. So I don't have to worry about it all the time. And then let's see. Then the last thing that I said that day was, the first day was, for me, a big part of going live on Facebook, and, without sounding cocky, a big part of my success has been just to be myself, and so I encourage you to be yourself so that when you talk, that you're being real, that you just inside, that you just know you're being you, that if someone were listening outside your door, that sure enough, they would feel like you're being genuine, but also to come with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy. And I know that I don't have that every day, and I don't come by that naturally. So sometimes I have to, do something to get myself there. I might have to, talk myself into that place of enthusiasm. But whatever it takes, you want to bring you want to be the party. You are bringing the party. So you want your audience to not only be entertained, but to just feel your energy, and to basically, you are transferring something to them, and you want it to be something good. Okay. So that was all the stuff that we talked about on the first day. And then we discussed going live using your phone. And part of me wishes I would have just ended right there. Here, let me get this off the screen. Because really, most people, that's all they need. And that's fine. The camera on your phone is very adequate. It's very nice. As a matter of fact, after we did that, I did a couple of lives using my phone, just kind of for nostalgic reasons, and they were great. They looked great, and I thought, gosh, why did I stop using my phone? But there are some kind of cool benefits when you start using a desktop, laptop, something a little more sophisticated. And those are primarily that you can schedule them, you can use closed captions, you can just get a little fancier. You can have a picture so that as you are advertising it in advance, you have a little more control over what that looks like. But truly, if you are just getting started and still feeling intimidated or feeling overwhelmed, I would say your phone is your best friend. Just get some inexpensive easel, or like I showed you the let's think, what was that called? It had the light on the clip, and then it also held your phone. We'll think of that in a second. You reach an age, you can't remember anything. But yeah. Social light. I knew it would come to me. Social light. That's really cool, because then you've got both. It holds your phone and you've got a light. So just keep it simple. We did talk about, and this is where all heck broke loose. I talked about how to use the broadcast studio within Facebook called Facebook Live. And frankly, I'm not a fan. Okay. So that was a bit of a struggle, because I just really don't use it that much. And then we used StreamYard, which I basically had to do that by just sharing my screen to show you how I use it. And StreamYard's very, very simple to use. If you decide to go this route, I would say try StreamYard. I can't imagine it being any simpler. For some crazy reason, when Facebook switched things up, maybe about a year ago, I thought that I had to use a third-party software. And when I investigated it, the one that I kept seeing was called OBS. So I trained myself how to use OBS, and it is really awesome. So that's the one that I know the best. So here's the irony of this whole thing, is that I'm teaching you about Facebook Live. I really know how to go live using OBS. And here I'm using YouTube Live and StreamYard and all these things that I'm not familiar with in the Facebook Live studio. And, can you feel me? Things got a little nutty. But anyway, I muddled through. So we're over, thank God. So, but what I wanted to show you, and let's see, we'll do a quick screen share, get myself out of there, is that Facebook can, even though I kind of complain a little bit about if you need to talk to a human being at Facebook land, good luck to you. But I will say this, that if you go in and ask a question, put in some kind of a, how do I do this? They do have a pretty well drawn out, or, well mapped out how-to area. And let's see, I want to go down here. So like if in the future you need to recap some of these things, how do I go live using streaming software? That would be OBS or StreamYard. How do I go live in a Facebook group versus how do I go live from my page, my business page, etc. Anything that you possibly are going to want to learn or recap, it's there for you. Okay, no doubts about that. So let's see, get that out. And so what we're going to do now is just talk about in general, and this is going to be quick, why I think it's important, or what I think the benefits are of going live, like whatever prompted me to do it and what I'm doing that I think has caused me to see some success with it. Let's see, do I have banner for this? I think I do. Here we go. Okay, here's the thing. I've learned that you can pay for ads, you can do all kinds of things to get exposure that are complicated, expensive, time consuming. And here's Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook, like literally billions of people, okay? And it's a free opportunity just waiting for you to use. You already know it. You already have an account there. It's absolutely free. Your friends are familiar with it. You see what I'm getting at? It's like, like taking candy from a baby. It's just that it's such an, it's when I find out that people are not using Facebook to promote themselves or their business or their services, it's all I can do but say, why not? Like it's such a plump opportunity. It's just such a wonderful opportunity. And I think that when you start using it, you will see what I'm talking about. Let's see. It's free, tons of exposure. You get to connect with people in a way, obviously we aren't seeing people face to face like we used to. And so the difference to me between like doing like a video in advance where you tape it and then you kind of fiddle with it and you make your edits and you make it real, perfect, and then you post it. It's not as raw, it's not as real. And so whereas live, it's happening in real time, it's a real interaction, which feels like more of a real life relationship. It feels more, like a back and forth, especially if you can get your peeps to comment and interact or like or do something, of that nature. So, and that is a big thing that you want to be cognizant of, is you want to encourage people to engage for many reasons. It makes you feel, that they are hearing you and that they are agreeing or getting something out of it, or that they're participating. The Facebook powers that be know that that whatever's going on is relevant, and therefore they push it up in the feed so that more people in your group or in your business page see it. So the whole Facebook algorithm thing, fascinating. So let's see. You don't have to do the pre and post production. I was just talking about that today. When you go live, people are expecting it to be, a little bit raw around the edges. And, so you just kind of leave it like that. When you have it any other way, people are expecting it to be just so. So you kind of have that, that expectation lifted off of you, which is nice. So that's cool. So, all right. I want to get that off. Some things that I've learned just in general about going live, just some little tidbits, little nuggets. One thing that has helped me is to go live a few minutes early, so that what I typically go live on my private group page. So I have a business page, which is really big. It's a public page. Then I have a smaller private, like a preferred customer group, more intimate. I know these people better. that's usually where I go live. So if I'm going to go live at 7, I might get on like, 5, 6 minutes ahead of time. And I'm not starting at that point. I just go live just to kind of give them time to find me, because that does seem to be an issue. Sometimes people just need a minute to figure out where you are because they're finding you in all different ways. They might find you in their news feed. They might find you in their notifications. Some people have it set up so that when you go live, it pops up in the lower part of their screen. And then some people are just typing in the search bar, the name of your group. And they're like, well, wait a minute, are you on your business page? Are you on your group? And so there's a little flurry of, and you'll even get people posting, I can't find you. And so to avoid that, I go a little early, kind of give them some time to find me. And I have found that helps. It avoids, some of that, flustered feeling, because I feel bad when I sense that they are confused. So that has helped a lot. And then also, which kind of leads up to that, is that to get them there, that helps them find me. But to get everybody there at the beginning and on time, I do an on-time drawing, especially if this is like a party or something, that if I have a hostess and this is something I'm doing as part of my business, like a sales party, an on-time drawing really draws them in and makes sure that they pay attention to what time it starts, and that, they're there on time. And I make a big deal about, I might not say what I'm giving away, but I make a big deal about the fact that, it's nice, it's great, it's wonderful, and it's going to be given away in the first 5 minutes, something like that. And people really do respond well to that. Everybody loves a freebie, that is for sure. Oh, I do have banners of these. So let me go on 5 minutes early. Schedule a regular weekly time. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So this one, I just saw somebody else do this and I thought, oh my gosh, why am I not doing this? I do go on regularly every week, but what I usually do is I ask people to, participate through comments and liking and, et cetera, et cetera. And then I put all of those names in like a name generator, and then I draw a winner that week. But I just saw someone who, would be this week drawing a name from last week. Here's what I love about that. That's going to make the people that watched last week want to watch again this week because they want to see if they won. It makes the people watching this week realize, oh, wait, what's going on? Somebody's getting a prize because they did what? Oh, well, then I better start liking and commenting and participating. So I love that whole concept. And, if you're thinking, oh, wait a minute, what, you're kind of making them like, you're forcing them to do what you want them to do. Kind of, sort of. I mean, it's not that, I hate the feeling of like when I see things like, give me 5 stars and, you'll get such and such. Like, I feel like I'll give you 5 stars if I think you deserve 5 stars. That bugged me. But this is more like encouraging them to participate. And, they still have the option whether they do or not, and the degree to which they participate. There are still going to be those people that are kind of in the shadows, that are just a little bit more laid back, a little bit shy. And, little by little, they might come out. And so I try so hard to come up with ways that are, like, I'll even say, if you think this is a great idea, say, great idea. If you want to do this with me, click a heart. I just try to make it as easy as possible so that those little shy people out there will still have a way to participate. And, there are ways to do that. And so why am I doing that? I want them to be engaged. I want them to feel part of it. I want to feel like people are listening, like I said. And all of this activity is pushing this up in the feed, up in the ratings, as when you remember back in the day, like sitcoms and stuff, they would talk about what the heck, there's a word for it, the ratings. Like they would always talk about like what was the number one, sitcom and that kind of thing. There were these ratings that they would figure out how many people were watching what show. Well, it's like that. The more people that are watching and participating and enjoying what you're doing, the more people, the more other people are going to see it. And that's important. There's nothing worse than making a video or doing a presentation or doing something like that, a poll, a giveaway, and seeing, out of 350 people, 4 people saw it. And that happens. That's just very discouraging. So you learn that there are certain things, certain hoops you have to jump through to make sure that a lot of people see what you produce. And having audience participation is definitely one of them. You want to be visually engaging. I I move around a lot. I make a lot of ridiculous faces. I wish I didn't. It's like a tick. But I do try to have props. I try to have, I sell products. And so I usually have the products, I show them, and then I'm normally even using them. So I sell skincare and makeup. So I'm either demoing that. So something is always happening. And, that's important. I have seen people that are either so beautiful or they're just so, witty, or what they have to say is so interesting that they can, hold your attention just by being them. And that's wonderful. But for the most part, we need something more. We need a little something else. And so just think of little things that you can do to break things up and to just give them something to look at. And, what I'm talking about. Let's see. I had another really good one. Oh, we already talked about the on-time drawing. No, I think I missed one. All right, hold on. We did that and that 5 minutes early. Maybe I didn't put that on there. Okay, well, because there's one other than this one. But anyway, so the dangle a carrot thing, that's where you say at the beginning something like, now at the end of the evening, I'm going to talk to you about what happened to me when I was at the grocery store. You're not going to believe it. It was like the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened in my entire life. And I will tell you at the end. Okay. So we'll chat about that at the end. And then people just kind of want to stay, as ridiculous as it is. They want to wait and find out what your little story is. Or you could say, now at the end, I'm going to announce the winner. Or at the end, I will explain the special. Something that they know that if they stay till the end, there's a reward. And that keeps them on longer, which is another thing that helps to boost your ratings, is if they stay on longer. Facebook is looking at how many people are clicking to look at it, how long they watch, if they click, like or heart or smile or any of that stuff, if they comment. All of those things are being evaluated by the minions behind the scenes. Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Okay. Now I'm on to my philosophical part. This really changed my business when a couple years ago I was thinking about what I wanted to change, what I wanted to accomplish. And at the time, I had a business page that was super boring in a very tiny VIP group. And I just felt like, wouldn't it be neat, if the group was more of a place where, like a place where us girls just kind of hung out and gave advice, and we told jokes, and we showed pictures of our dog, and, we learned about each other's kids. And, I could say, hey, did you see this really cool jewelry organizer at Dollar Tree? And people could post pictures of their favorite, lip gloss. And I could say, oh my gosh, I've been looking for a red lip gloss. I didn't know they had a red lip gloss. And I thought, wouldn't that be neat, rather than me just saying, this is on sale for $29.99. You know, I wanted there to be life, and I wanted there to be connection and community. And so I started doing videos, and every time I did one, I would ask myself, okay, are they getting something out of this video, whether they buy something from me or not? Am I bringing value to them, whether they ever buy anything from me or not? And to this day, I think like that. And I think it's really helped me because every person, whether they're aware of it or not, they're thinking when they see you start a presentation, like, so what's in it for me? So what is in this exactly for me? And I want the answer to be that there is something in it for them, and that it's not just about me uh, peddling my wares. It's not just about me talking about my products, or me, and not just about the bottom line, not just about turning a dollar. And since that has shifted, it's just been a totally different experience. I mean, people have fun, they look forward to it. It really has become a community. And so, another way to think about it is, this is a really cool, Michelle Cunningham, who's someone that I follow. She says to talk about the benefits rather than the features of your product, your service. And she has lots of good examples, but I don't want to be a copycat of her. So I was trying to think of my own example. So I was thinking of this. So, like, let's say you sell vitamins. You could say a benefit of the vitamin would be, you want to have the energy so that you don't miss a moment of, your kids' busy lives. You want to have, be with them and have all the energy, the same kind of energy that they do, so that you're raring to go and, you're keeping up with them, as opposed to, this vitamin has riboflavin and blah, 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 like list all the ingredients and that kind of thing. It's people are more engaged, they're more moved by, they're more interested in, how is it going to affect my life? How is it going to benefit my life? And when you say, well, it's going to give you more time with your kids, or it's going to make you feel more energetic, it's going to make you feel better about yourself, as opposed to, well, it's got these ingredients, and this is the price breakdown, and this is how you use it, and all the stats and stuff. It's more of an emotional connection. And Facebook Live, again, since it's more of a back and forth, provides that vehicle to have an emotional connection, I think, in lieu of being in person. I mean, that would obviously be the better choice. And then here's another thing that we say in my field a lot, is that women want to buy, but they don't want to be sold to. And that is so true. When I do a tutorial about makeup, I will talk about, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. These are the theory behind it. If you have this kind of an eye and you apply it like this, it's going to have this effect, which is going to make you look, better, younger, whatever. And so that they have a takeaway where, whether they're making a purchase or not, they learn something new that they can apply immediately. But I'm also obviously using products that they can watch and see, and maybe they liked a certain one. And if they want to purchase it, they can purchase it. But I'm not, pushing it down their throat. So we love an opportunity to buy, but we don't like to feel like somebody's like, we don't like to feel that pushy salesperson type thing. And isn't that the truth? Like, all of us kind of think, well, I don't want to be in sales because I don't want to be perceived as that pushy salesperson. Well, yeah, don't be. Don't be that person. Don't do it in real life and don't do it in your live videos either. Ask yourself, is the only thing I'm doing when I go live, asking for a sale, listing all the attributes of what I do or what I sell or what my business is all about? Because if that is the case, you need to somehow flip that and think, what's in it for them? How can I make this be something that whether they make this purchase or hire my services or, do business with me or not, is there something that I can teach them or show them or, enhance their life in some way so that they begin to trust me and like me and feel a connection with me? Business is very much more than ever before relational, and I think doing live videos is a big part of it. So let's see. So these shifts totally changed my VIP group, the sense of community. The word tribe is a big thing right now. Humor, I laugh at myself because I'm crazy. Humility, they see me mess up on the regular. People love games. They love polls. They love opinion polls. Like I'll say, of these three pictures, which one do you like the best? Of these three names for our group, which one do you like the best? That kind of thing. They love giveaways, love giveaways. And they like honesty too, because I have had moments where I've said, I'm this close to a sales goal and I need your help. That's okay. I mean, it's not like it's not a secret that we're in business, it's our business page, it's our business group. So obviously that's what we're doing. But that's the thing is like, I want to be real. I encourage you to be real. I encourage you to be fun. But always be thinking, how can I serve? How can I enrich these, your other people's lives? And then that will turn around and bless you in the end. It always does. It's just a principle. Okay, let's see. So then I was asking myself, what are some of my most popular live videos? So some examples, tutorials, like how to do something. So like rather than saying, please buy this skincare set, I show them how to use the skincare set. I can show them my favorite products. Like these are like my 5 favorites. Not necessarily saying that they need to buy them. I'm just saying these are my 5 favorites. One of my really super fun things to do is like the 5 best products that you have never heard of. Like the things maybe in our line that don't sell, don't get a lot of attention, that kind of thing. That's fun. Think of it like a clever, way to say it. Product launches, that's an easy one, or things that are being discontinued, talking about that. Lesser known products. Show and tell. I don't know what else to say, but there was one video where all I did was put on and wipe off lipstick, put it on, wiped it off, tried like 15 different shades. And for whatever reason, people just really love that, and it was just kind of silly and fun, almost like felt like a sleepover or something. And so, you'll come up with different ideas and just give it a try, just just give it a try. They love to vote. They love competitions, oh gosh, whoever comments the most this month, is going to win a prize or something like that. And interviewing is fun too. You can even have them, ask them, one of your customers, interview them about what their favorite product is. Why is it their favorite? Have guests. You can make an announcement live. You can announce like who the winner of a certain, like I usually every quarter will have kind of a big giveaway. And so there's a lot of anticipation for that because there's a lot of people, playing. And so I let them know what day we're going to announce it, like way in advance. And I really play that up so that a lot of people are watching and waiting. And so that's really fun. So those are just some ideas of some things that I have done. I think that the biggest takeaway that I hope that you get is that it's just an opportunity for you to be you and to just to make a connection with your customers or your team or whoever you're reaching out to in a genuine way. And yeah, there is always an element of risk when you do that in real life. But I really think that you will enjoy it once you take the leap. And I think that you'll see the benefits of it. And so for me, yes, my customers have enjoyed the live videos. They get a kick out of it. I get more and more viewer participation. And if you're wondering, yeah, but do you sell more? Like, has it helped your business? Yes. Bottom line, yes, it has increased my sales. And something that it has done is broadened my sales. Like, I sell not just one product, but I sell a variety of products. And so my customer base has grown. And then also my customers, whereas maybe certain customers would buy like kind of like this group of products, each customer has broadened the groups of products that they purchase because they're seeing me talk about and practice and use and put on and see the other people in the group talk about and post pictures and that kind of thing. So it's definitely been a blessing for my business, and it's fun. It's fun. It really is. So give it a try. So hopefully, God willing, you learned something through all of this. I really don't plan on doing much with my YouTube channel until I figured out what I'm doing. But it would sure be lovely if you would subscribe to it just so that I look cool. But if you subscribe, and also to like and follow me on Facebook, Michelle Fox, Independent Beauty Consultant, so that we can stay connected. And in the future, I will maybe put something else together, maybe kind of sort of, but next time I think I will do like something that I actually produce so that it looks a little more polished. That'll be my new challenge. So I appreciate everybody's time. I appreciate your support. It's been fun. It's been a learning experience for me. I've probably learned more than you all have. And if you have questions, please let me know. I mean, honestly, I say that every week, but I have not received any questions. And I really don't have a problem with that at all. To give you some specific feedback or some help or some ideas, that would be my honor. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time and attention. And I hope you have a very successful business endeavor and have a lot of fun doing your Facebook Live videos. So thanks a lot. Good night.